name I shout, streaming live without a doubt. Clicks and clacks, the game unfolds. Watch the magic here in gold. Everybody join the stream. Live the legend, chase the dream. From pixel blocks to player games. Funko 88 breaks the chains. Checks on fire, can't slow down. Crushing records, digital crown. Laughs and thrills every turn. See the leaderboard we burn. Power ups, light screens ablaze. Funky beats in endless space. Funko's moves set the pace. In this neon cyberspace, everybody join the stream. Live the legend, chase the dream. From pixel blocks to player games. Funko 88 breaks the chains. Tracks on fire, can't slow down. Crushing records, digital crown. Laughs and thrills every turn. See the leaderboard we burn. Power ups, light screens ablaze. Funky beats in endless space. Funko's moves set the pace. In this neon cyberspace, everybody join the stream. Live the legend, chase the dream. From pixel blocks to player games. Funko 88 breaks the chains. Midnight madness, clouds unite. Full of views and pure delight. Virtual world, ours to bend. Funko 88, my friend. Midnight madness, crowds unite. Full of views and pure delight. Virtual world, ours to bend. Funko 88, my friend.
Alright, is this thing on? How's it going, everybody? Good evening. See, we've got 3 viewers currently watching. Yeah, this is Motortown, guys, and yeah, as you read in the description of the video or on the thumbnail, we are testing out our PXN V3 steering wheel that we've got. Alright, so let's get back on the road, I guess. Alright, so if somebody in chat can just let me know if the audio is good and everything is working well, microphone is up. Alright, let's get on the road here. Right, so what we are busy doing is we are taking a vehicle from the harbour, Dassa harbour, over to somewhere in town, on a small island. And I'm also testing out my steering wheel a bit, so yeah, this is quite chilled. I'm not going to be doing any racing or anything probably tonight, but we are going to be doing a little bit of driving though. And yes, we are live on UK Camaraderie server. It's a UK server. And as you can see, the name for my character is Resilient. But yeah, it's a new character, guys, so just starting from scratch, trying this out a bit. So I've already played a bit yesterday, testing out the steering wheel as well. I've still gotta get the hang of this thing. Alright, so far so good. I must say the steering wheel seems to be working. It's very sensitive. But yeah, I guess for what did I pay for this thing? Like $20 to convert it directly. It was very cheap. We got it second hand though. Ooh, okay, yeah. Still gotta get the hang of this thing. But okay, here we go. Not too bad. I'm gonna try and drive realistically without breaking too many traffic rules, I guess. Yeah, this is gravel, guys. The thing wants to keep slipping, but just a little bit of counter steer fixes that problem. Alright, I don't know if we can pass the semi. Let's see if we maybe... Yeah, doesn't look like anybody's coming from up ahead, so let's do this. Oh, it's not really a semi, it's just a tanker towing a dolly. Alright, there we go. I think we cleared him. There we go. Alright, somebody's coming from the front. Okay. Luckily we made it. Oh no, he's also heading in the same direction. Okay, so it looks like these are truckers. A little bit on the convoy here. And now we are smack bam in the middle of it. These guys must be driving autopilot because they are extremely slow. Alright, let's see if we can pass this guy as well. Punch it. Alright, made it. Great stuff. There's a bit of a turn coming up. Oh crap, I should have started braking earlier. Okay. We got this. We got this. Whoa. Okay. A little bit of swing there. Also trying not to damage the cargo, because we really don't want to end up wasting money driving like a lunatic. Holy crap, that was a bit of a bump. Yeah, and we've got some damage to the cargo. I wonder how slow you really have to go in order to really not damage your cargo at all. Hell, I wasn't really going that fast, eh? Technically, it's a stop sign. Alright, here we go. Hey, we've got Big Nate. Hey, what's up, bud? Doing very well. Yeah, trying to read the chat while I'm driving. It's a little bit of a challenge, but we're gonna try our best here. So yes, we are in Motortown, and I'm just testing out the new steering wheel, or should I say new to me steering wheel, because I bought this thing secondhand for like $20 if you had to convert it to US. So it's secondhand, but it still works kind of well. So not the best one, but it's a start. It's better than playing with keyboard and mouse, I guess. I think I'm not doing too bad of a job here. Right, do I need gas? No, I don't need gas yet. We still got a relatively full tank of gas. It does look like the stream is cut off a little bit. I might actually pull over and see if I can rectify that. Yeah, that was kind of like a spur of the moment live stream. I was like, you know what? Got the steering wheel. I had a bit of practice with it. I thought, well, let's go live and see what happens. Try and not crash into anybody or anything here. It's a bit hard to keep this thing in one lane because it's a little bit swinging with the trailer behind us because we've got a car on a trailer at the back. Looks like we've got somebody who wants to potentially overtake us. Probably that semi-truck. It's like right up on my rear end back there. Yeah, that's true, Big Nate. It definitely works for what I want to do, and it's as I said, it was cheap, $20. I mean, that's not really much. I think these things go brand new for like 1,800 South African Rand, which would be probably under $100. So I don't know. It's yeah, it's still a bit of a bargain either way. Whoa, so trying to keep to my lane. Jeez, it's not so easy though. See what I mean? It's like it's sort of hunting. Could just be the car swinging on the back. A little bit crazy, but okay. Right, let me see where I can pull over. Definitely not on the bridge. That's not gonna go too well for us. I want to just fix up the stream, and I also wanted to broadcast in the UK Camaraderie server that I am live, because I forgot to do that. We'll see. Once we get a safe spot to pull over, I will quickly do that real fast. Alright, looks like that semi is coming with a vengeance. Yeah, he's gonna pass us. Oh, we've got our foot to the floor. Okay, it's not a semi, it's a dumper pulling a dump trailer. Alright, here you go, bud. Alright, the chat is super quiet. I don't know, it's just Big Nate chatting to us. Jeez, Funko, what are you doing? Looking at chat and then you like end up causing trouble nearly for yourself. Wait, don't do that. Yeah, I've definitely got a lot of practicing to do before I start recording Farming Simulator roleplay series with the steering wheel. It's definitely gonna need a little bit more practice. Because there I can't end up driving and crashing into stuff, so it's gonna take a little bit of practice for me to get used to this thing. But as Mr. Big Nate says, he says it's probably not easy trying to read the chat and play at the same time. No, definitely not. As you can see, I just got kind of swerved off the lane there, reading the chat. But yeah, it's a bit of an experience, you know, doing this. It's trying to do it as realistic as possible. I think up here we should be able to pull over somewhere real quick. And I'm also driving with manual transmission, so I'm doing my shifts, you know, by myself, not letting the game shift for me. So it's a little bit more challenging that way. Alright, we've got a police officer. Alright, well, let's just keep it under the speed limit. What's the speed limit? 45, and we are doing 32. Okay, so we are good. Gotta take it nice and easy. Right, now I'm just looking for a good spot to pull over. It's really no good spot, because this is like a single lane heading in both directions, and there's not really a big shoulder, so just gotta see what we can find up ahead along the way. But it will probably be close to our destination, so we might as well just go all the way out to there, and then we'll go and see what other adventures we can embark on. Trying to actually save up for my first semi-truck with this character, because the other character I've got like all kinds of vehicles and tons of money, so I figured this was just going to be a nice fresh start, because this is going to be sort of like a first person playthrough with the steering wheel driving. It's actually a lot of fun playing in first person. Alright, this is probably going to go a little bit wonky, at a bit too much speed. But okay, not too bad. I'm actually impressed with myself of how I'm handling this pickup truck with this trailer and car loaded. It's not too bad. Now, steering inputs are kind of sensitive, but I guess it's probably realistic. I mean, it's very direct. What are you doing in the middle of the road? Get out of the road. I'm trying to abide by the rules, the traffic rules, and other people are just doing whatever. Right, but here we are. This is our destination, so we're gonna indicate in good time. Pull off right over here. Alright, let's just turn on the hazard lights. No, hazard lights is that button, Funkle. Here we go. Alright, switch the engine off. We can probably put it in neutral as well. Okay, let's hop out quick. Just gotta make space for my mouse here to move everything, because everything is still a bit of a, you know, in a testing phase with the setup. So the keyboard is moved to one side and the microphone is placed on one, and there's not really a whole lot of space for the mouse to move, but it's okay. We'll manage. Okay, that'll do. Now we need to get straps, unstrap this thing. Right. I actually loaded this car up onto the trailer in first person as well. Wasn't really that hard. It's just you gotta take it easy. Right, let's see. Start this thing up. Okay. First gear. And we'll just stop it here. Perfect. Put a neutral, handbrake up, and get out. Okay, so we made 38 grand on that. So that's not too shabby. Actually, really not too bad. So Nate Big Nate says, I thought about getting this game, but unsure if I'll like it or if there is anything enough to do. To be honest, there's quite a lot to do in this game, and it's very immersive. Not really immersive graphics wise, but it's very, how can I say, realistic. The physics and all of that. I mean, you've got tire collisions and tire wear and brake wear, and yeah, there's just a whole lot to do. You should really have a look at it. It's definitely worth it in my opinion. And it's a lot of fun, especially online, because we've got all of those names you see there. Those are in fact real players who's actually also online with us at the moment. There's a total of 88 players currently on the server, which I'm one of them. Yeah, that's strange. The number 88, Funko 88 players. Okay, now it's 89. All right, so let's see where we can go and dump this trailer, because I am basically done with it now. Just gonna see if we can find ourselves a parking spot. I think there should be some parking spots up ahead. Alright, let's pull into here. We're quickly going to see if I can do this. Yeah, not too bad. Here we go. We are in the parking spot. And now we're just gonna despawn the SPT-1. That's the little trailer behind us, okay? Alright, so now since we are parked here, let me quickly just fix the stream. So that's going to require me to push the Windows button. So just bear with me for a second. And full size. There we go. Now you guys have got the full screen going on. And let me also go into Discord here for a second. So just bear with me. I just want to copy the link to the live stream to the UK Camaraderie server. So we can get some more people yeah, watching the live stream if they are interested. Right, where do we post this? This is self-promotion. Alright, let me just type a little thingy. Live now. There we go. Alright, so now at least all the people in the server who are reading the text there will know that we are currently live. So let's just minimize Discord again, and then there we go. Alright, so guys, now we've got actually enough money to go and get ourselves a semi-truck. So I'm going to hit the M for map. Just focus on our character for a second. So we need to head over to the truck dealership, which is all the way over there. So I think for the purpose of this live stream, guys, I'm testing out the steering wheel. So we're going to be driving everywhere. I'm not going to do the whole teleporting thing and take any shortcuts. It's kind of going to be a little bit immersive. So yeah, hope I'm not going to bore you guys with this live stream, but there's a guy coming with his little Miata, and there goes another guy with his Mickey, whatever car that is. I think it's like a, holy crap, police officer. See what speed does, guys. And there's another guy losing it. Oh, there's a cop car parked over there. Yeah, this game is it's a lot of fun. Whoa, I just lost a bit of control over there. Yeah, this pickup truck is completely stock. I'm still supposed to do a little bit of upgrades to this thing to make it drive a little bit better, because it's got a lot of body roll, which causes it to spin out quite easily. And we've got a random person glitched into the road there for some reason. But yeah, Big Nate, coming back to your answer, there is definitely enough to do in this game. So you could do taxi jobs, you could do bus jobs, you can do deliveries, you can drive semis, you can buy all sorts of racing or race spec vehicles, and even road vehicles you can convert into race vehicles. There's a whole lot of customization. You can apply your own decals, you can change the wheels on the cars. Some cars even have got different bumpers and body kits and spoilers and all sorts. What the? Jeez, bruh. Stay in your lane, man. Yeah, I'm trying to drive like a normal person here. Oh, I just noticed my new video for my garage has actually come out just now. So it has dropped, it has been scheduled. But yeah, I'm still a bit worried about the game update, but also I'm actually quite excited for the update because I think it's going to bring a lot of great stuff. And looking forward to it. But yeah, also kind of concerned about the mods being broken, but you know what? That is just one of those things, I guess. Can't expect the game dev to stop his development because of mods, you know. So for that reason, I'm all for it. Right, we are on the speed limit now, 45 miles an hour. So yeah, I especially set the units to miles because I know most of my viewers are American. So yeah, for the Americans, 45 miles an hour. And I'm currently doing this without the cruise control, trying to keep it more or less that speed, but it's not very easy. And we are coming up to the truck dealer up ahead, so we're gonna just pull in over here. This is a public multiplayer server, Big Nate. So there's like spots for I think 99 people or 96 people, I think, and it's currently on 93 players. So yeah, it's a public server. Let's turn off that, turn off that. We'll probably despawn this pickup truck now because we are going to buy ourselves our first little semi truck over here, which is something we can barely afford. We're not even going to be able to do anything to this thing. But okay, we are now the owners of this beautiful truck. I just wish that you could actually look through the rear window, but I don't think you can actually lean forward or anything. So it's quite limited, the view inside the cabs. But okay, we've got ourselves a semi-truck. So now what I think we should do is go and see if we can find ourselves a semi-trailer to hook up to. Waiting for the people to actually get out of the way. Oh, we've got a power band in this thing, and I'm just going to turn it into sport mode so that we can actually just control the thing ourselves. Because in comfort mode, I don't think driving with a manual transmission, it doesn't really matter what mode you are in. I think it can only limit your RPMs. I need to turn in here. Kind of got distracted. Oh, thanks, Big Nate. Yeah, I know you always tune in. Yeah, we've been getting very poor views recently, but I think YouTube's algorithm is just broken because I've been uploading daily, and my old schedule used to be like, you know, every second day, so it's kind of getting promoted a lot less because there's more videos coming out. Got the farming sim and the my garage content coming out now, so it's kind of a bummer, but I'm hoping it'll pick up one day. I guess we'll see. But yeah, the live streams do help a little bit now and then for some more exposure, especially on Motortown. Motortown is a very nice game to actually, you know, live stream. Well, let's see, what are we going to get ourselves into here, guys? I want to see, should we do, I don't think I can spawn that yet. Yes, we require level 50. Hey, there's Mr. Lloyd White. How's it, Lloyd? Yeah, this was a spur of the moment live stream, but I didn't even think about inviting anybody to join us. But yeah, I am in the usual server, and we can also hop in a Discord server voice chat if you wanted to join, if you can join. I'm still trying to decide what I want to do now because I've got a new character, so we're gonna pretty much be limited. Let's maybe do some containers, because then we can pick up a container from here. I know this is gonna be very hard to reverse with this thing in first person, but I'm going to give it my best shot here. We'll use our mirrors. We'll use that left hand side mirror. I'm so way off center. Okay, we'll be able to hook it up. Probably. Let's see how this works. No. I have to go forward. Ah, there we go. Hook trailer. Okay, let's just put the truck in neutral. E-brake on. Can pick up the landing gear. Winch that back up, and we are ready to hit the road, guys. So, okay, well, first of all, let's get a load. So, it's going to be over here in this box over here. We are at the overseas exports or imports. Yeah, this is the overseas imports warehouse, I think. Overseas imports company. Okay, yeah. So we're gonna get the. Oh, that one's going to Sanho. That's 16. 16 times 2 is what, 38 grand, but there's only one container, so I think let's do maybe the big haul. But I don't know if Lloyd's gonna join. Oh yeah, Lloyd had a broken PC, unfortunately. Don't have a PC up and running yet. Yeah, forgot about that one. Sorry, bud. I'm going to load this container. Alright, let's just fix our camera. Yeah, it's still a bit of a learning curve driving with the steering wheel. Right, rule 1 of driving a semi-truck: take your turns a bit wider, especially in first person. Hey, Mr. Paul, how's it going? Thank you so much for that super chat over there. I think that's what they call it. Really appreciate it. £5. That's gonna definitely put some bread on the table, mate. And also maybe help fund towards a better steering wheel one day. Because, yeah. Just wanted to quickly fix this because we've got this destination thing still up. Alright, let's hit the road. I think it's clear. Let's try not. Yeah, try not run into anybody. But okay, there's somebody passing us. Is that that's a fake cop car. Yeah, Lloyd, coming back to that PC build, so you said Dell is helping, but yeah, he's on the other side of the world, so sadly he can't physically put it together for you, but he can definitely give you some great tips on how to do it. And just remember also, YouTube is one of your best friends, so if you ever wonder, you can also just look up a video. And holy crap, I nearly got taken out by a freaking K-truck there. Alright, this is going to be the long haul, guys. We're going to be hitting the open road here. So, Lloyd is saying, if Dell has the time to help me tonight, hopefully we'll get it finished. And I'll be back in Motortown tomorrow. That'll be great, bud. So I take it your graphics card also came. So I remember reading that you said your graphics card was delayed. Alright, this truck of mine is a little bit underpowered actually for this type of haul that we are doing, but it's gonna hopefully get there. I've literally got my pedal to the floor, guys. This thing is floored. I think we've got another gear. Yes, we've got 6-speed gearbox in this thing. Yeah, it's only 6 speeds. I'm not too sure if you guys can hear that clicking sound every time I change gears, probably. Paul says, I'm doing well. Love the My Garage content. Well, thank you very much, Paul. I appreciate that. There's actually a brand new video that came out, I think 14 minutes ago, to be precise. So you can go ahead and have a look at that as well. But maybe stay tuned in for the live stream, because this is going to be a little bit of trucking fun. And testing out the new steering wheel, or what I should say is new to me steering wheel. So I bought this thing for $20. That's probably like, what, 14 pounds? Yes, 14, 15 pounds. Round about there. So yeah, Lloyd is saying, well, yeah, he's been helping him over Discord voice chats. That's cool, man. Yeah, that's very nice of Delboy to help you with that. Just remember, if you're installing your CPU, don't bend your pins at all. Especially if you're doing a Ryzen build, because Ryzen CPUs can easily get damaged with their pins, because they've got like very tiny pins that needs to go in very specifically. So that's the only real thing you need to be careful of, and make sure you install your RAM the right way around, because if you did it the wrong way around, it won't go in, and also it won't work if you force it in. It'll break. So yeah, it's another quick tip. Look at me giving you PC building tips. And also, if you want to really learn a bit more about PC building, actually there's a game on Epic Games, and I think also on Steam, I'm not sure, called PC Building Simulator, which is quite good. It's quite a fun game. I actually played it a bit on Epic. I think the original one was actually free at some point. So I gone ahead and grabbed that when it was free. So still got it on Epic Games. So Paul is saying, I will watch it after the live stream. That's awesome, man. Thanks so much. Holy shit! What the freaking hell is going on here? There's a spike strips. Alright, well, it shouldn't pop my tires, because it's only for like speedsters and people with wanted levels. Okay, that was a bit nerve-wracking, hitting the brakes like that. I had to actually a left foot brake there, guys. That was insane. So Lloyd says actually the new graphics card should be getting here in about 3 days. Look at me reading chat and trying to drive. And he also says, at least that's what I've heard from Amazon. So I've been planning to just use my old graphics card until the new one gets here. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. I mean, it's great that you've got a new graphics card coming as well. And Big Nate or Nathan is saying both PC Builder games are good. Yes, they are actually amazing. You can actually learn quite a bit from that game to see what stuff is compatible with what. It actually teaches you a lot of basics. But yeah, once again, it's not really as it would be exactly in real life, but it's pretty close. I forgot, I've got a jake brake. Yeah, we can turn on the jake brake. Alright, so Paul is saying, I'm a big fan of my garage, looking forward to the update. Yeah, me too. I'm actually looking forward to the update a lot. But I'm also a bit concerned about the mods that's going to break. But you know what, that's just the way it's going to be, guys, because at the end of the day, as I said, the game dev can't stop developing the game because of, you know, modders. So it's kind of a catch-22 situation, but definitely looking forward to the new update. So they are adding quite a bit of things, like I think you're going to get a plasma cutter for cutting the cars apart. That's going to eventually replace the cutting discs. If you start a new save, you'll start with the cutting disc, probably still the grinder, and then you can later upgrade it to the plasma cutter. So I'm actually looking forward to it. I should actually have a look at it, but at the moment the series is still ongoing, so I'm not really going to update because it might break every single thing that I've currently got on my save. So yeah, it's a bit of a bummer if I do that and I can't carry on with the series, unless if people would like me to do it, you know. If I get enough you know, people telling me in comments, maybe go over to that new branch and test it out and start from scratch, we'll go ahead and do it without mods and see how it goes. Lloyd is saying, I actually have played PC Building Simulator before. Now the freaking text didn't scroll by itself, so I can't read the red of that, but okay. We'll see if it scrolls here in a bit. Maybe if somebody else sends a message and I'll read it again, Lloyd. I'll actually just pull up my phone and just read the freaking chats from there. How are we doing on gas? No, we're still fine. This is still a brand new truck, so it's got a full tank of diesel. I'm probably gonna have to gear down quite a bit for this uphill. Going to third gear, and we've got somebody coming up behind us. Alright, second gear might actually overheat the truck. Let's just stay in third until the revs drop below 1,000. Alright, come on girl, you can do this. There we go. Second gear. So yeah, Lloyd says, I actually have played PC Building Simulator before, but just not enough to know what I'm doing to build the PC myself yet. Well, Lloyd, there's only way of doing it, and as I always say in all my videos, there's nothing to it but to do it, but just get in and start somewhere. I would personally start by putting the power supply in and running all the cables neatly to where they need to go. And it's pretty much self-explanatory usually where all the plugs and stuff go to. I mean, you've got your SATA powers and you've got your main board power connector and your CPU connector and stuff like that. So just pop those in first and run the cables neatly and just, you know, take your time. There's no rush. You don't have to build it. It's not a state of emergency, you know. And Nathan is saying, I would like to see an air compressor for the tires and a paint compressor or paint thing. Okay, yeah, the text once again cut off there. I don't know what's cooking with my live chat. It's a bit weird on OBS. Let me see if I scroll on my phone. Yeah, okay, so yeah, I said paint gun tires and a paint gun to do painting added to the base game as tools. Yeah, that would actually be ideal. I mean, should probably indicate. I mean, those are things that we all have mods for, and I just cut that corner completely. I probably took out a couple of street lights back there. Yeah, well, it's okay. They can always rebuild it, you know. Yeah, I'm definitely struggling a bit uphill with this 260 horsepower diesel engine. It's actually a medium duty engine in a heavy duty-ish truck. There's Lloyd. Lloyd is online. How did Lloyd get in? No, it's another Lloyd probably, because I'm seeing a Lloyd in the chat in game there. Lloyd says, that's weird. That is not me. I thought as much, but yeah, looks like somebody else has got your name, which is actually very, yeah, obvious, because you know it should be another person in the world called Lloyd playing this game. So I guess you're not the only Lloyd. Okay, and what is going on up here? This is like another obstruction we are getting in the road. Okay, that has just disappeared in front of my eyes. Damn, but it looks like you had a bit of an accident here. What is going on here? This is that's a dumper with a dump trailer connected with a dolly and all that. Yeah, Alfred, you had a bit of a problem here, mate. Whoa, that is... Okay, that wasn't me. Big Nate says, does it feel like you are pulling a load with the truck? Yes, it does. Definitely feel like it. It's definitely impacting the performance of the vehicle quite a lot with the trailer and the container on there, especially now because it's still full. So how the container jobs work in this game, you need to pick up the container, take it to a location, and then you need to return the container back to where you picked it up initially. So it's like a double payment that you'll get for the job as well. So on your return trip, the container is substantially lighter, so then you're going to be able to tow it a bit faster. So at the moment we are towing quite slow because, I mean, this is the base of all trucks in this game. Probably put on our high beams and you guys can see a bit better. I don't know if the stream is very dark because it's nighttime now. And then yeah, Big Nate says, yeah, that was a glitch. Definitely, that trailer glitching out like that, it happens. So what happens sometimes is, so if you've got a vehicle with a trailer connected or a dolly with a trailer, because there's even dollies in this game now, so you can actually do like a mini road train, and then if it's connected up to a dolly or something and you tow the trailer, the dolly is still connected to it, and it actually flings the dolly up into the air, because now the trailer is resetting itself, but the dolly is not, and then that kind of happens, you know. Alright, so Big Nate is saying, I like trucking and trucking games. Used to be a semi-truck driver. That is awesome, man. You know, I would actually love to one day drive a real semi, but yeah, unfortunately I don't have the driver's license for it in the first place, and in the second place, yeah, I don't really have the opportunity like people in the US would have to drive semi-trucks. Oh, I probably downshifted too quick back there, but okay. Alright, so just tell me if you guys can hear the gear shifts, the clicking of the gear shifts on the microphone. I think it should probably pick it up, because it is quite loud actually, going click click. Now let's gear down. I think the gear up should be louder than the gear down, because the mic is on my right hand side where the shift up pedal is, because I'm using the pedal shifters, because the little shift knob thing on the steering wheel is too far behind the steering wheel. It's a little bit, it's in an awkward place. They could have really extended this thing out a bit. So yeah, Nate says he can hear the gear changes. So yeah, it's just one of those things. I think it's going to be a problem if I do it on recordings, especially for the roleplay, because the roleplay I try and do it as immersive and, you know, realistic as possible. So we'll see. Maybe I'll just play Farming Simulator roleplay on automatic when I'm playing the game. It's definitely not going to be as much fun, but we'll see. That is actually also the purpose of this live stream, is to test the steering wheel so that I can you know, get to grips with this thing. And yeah, Nate says it doesn't bother him, but yeah, it would bother certain people maybe, I don't know. But it's kind of you know, just what it is at the moment. As I said, this was just a spur of the moment live stream. I thought, well, let's just go live and see how many people tune in, and I've got 7 viewers at the moment. I think only 3 of the viewers are chatting really, but I think a lot of people don't really have audio on. They just kind of watch the gameplay itself, you know. Let's gear down a bit, 3rd gear. Kind of over revving the truck a little bit there beyond its power band. I think the green in the speedometer or the tachometer there is the power band of the diesel truck, but yeah, sometimes you can actually go a little bit over it, but I think that's out of the power band where the torque ends, so that's kind of where you need to shift. Yeah, this is a freaking slow drive. Usually when we're live streaming and we're doing convoys, we go like bats out of hell on these roads. Today I thought, well, let's just take it easy, because I'm still getting to grips with this steering wheel. Right, now I can gear down a bit. 4th gear. Yeah, these hills are definitely killing this truck. It's struggling to get speed. I'll try and see if we can stay in 4th gear around this turn, because now it's going to be downhill again. This is where I need to lay off the accelerator a bit, because otherwise we're going to be having some problems to slow down, probably. Now listen to that jake brake. I don't know if you guys can really hear it. It's not really prominent, because it's such a small engine. But yeah, we've got a jake brake on this thing. Actually saves your brakes quite a bit, because brakes can get cooked in this game quite easily. Now that's another thing I forgot to mention. You can even upgrade your brake pads to higher quality ones in this game. So yeah, Big Nate, there's actually a whole lot to do in this game. You'll definitely find hours of enjoyment. Holy crap, we just went through a bit of a dip there. As I said, yeah, hours of enjoyment in this game. And if you overrev your truck for too long, or your vehicle, or whatever you're driving for too long, you will overheat it. And you'll actually lose coolant in the radiator, which you need to fill up. Or you could actually go and just repair your truck and they will fill it for you automatically. But you can actually buy coolant containers from some shops around the map. Obviously, diesel you need to fill up, and yeah, the trucks are getting pretty bad mileage, you know, gas mileage. I mean, we are currently averaging 0.27 miles per gallon, apparently, according to that. So it's, yeah, it's got its own, you know, sort of, I think what they call it, the ratio for the game. Everything is a little bit more, you know, I don't know how to explain it exactly, but it's like it runs out faster than it would in real life. Just think about it, guys. If we had to drive like thousands of miles in a game, you would end up driving for like hours to get somewhere. It's almost more like Euro Truck Sim, but even Euro Truck Sim is also like a little bit more sped up in terms of time and how the fuel runs out, but it's a little bit more realistic than this. But it's still pretty good in my opinion. Alright, well, we're just going to be cruising along. I can probably turn off the high beams because keep the headlights on because I don't think it bothers anybody. And then Big Nate says, thanks for telling me about the game. It's a pleasure, bud. I hope to see you join us one day, you know. Come and do some convoys with us. Because on my other character, my other profile, I've got like 6-7 semi-trucks. We can definitely sort you out straight off the bat with a semi-truck to drive. I'll let you drive my Peterbilt. I think it's a Peterbilt. The Golema. I think the Golema in this game is built based on a Peterbilt, but maybe Lloyd can help us, right? Because he's also American. He knows his American rigs, probably. Sometimes I get confused with the Golema and the Jamusi, or the Jamusi, or Jamusai, or I don't know how to pronounce it, but okay. So yeah, the Jamusai is actually a off-road truck, which you can use to haul stuff off-road. Alright, we are coming up to the dirt road part, guys. I'm gonna take it a little bit easier here. Alright, let's go into 4th gear, and Big Nate says that would be fun to join someday. Absolutely, but you will be more than welcome. And yeah, who knows, maybe we'll even do a live stream. Big convoy with loads of semi-trucks working for the Gamers Edge Discord. We'll take the server over on that live stream. Right, so we currently have got 89 players online playing on the server, but out here in the open roads, like in the desert, you don't really run into a lot of people usually. Because it's a long distance, guys. I mean, let's quickly go to autopilot for a second. Let me just give you an idea of the size of the map here. If that is where we currently are, and we started our journey over here, overseas import. So we went all the way down here, this bridge down here. We went down here, up here. There was a gas station over there, so we went all the way down here. So we are currently over here. Now I might stop for gas over there. Right, so yeah, the game has got autopilot as well. So now the autopilot is driving. I'm not driving. So this is currently self-drive. It's like Tesla auto drive or whatever they call it. Okay, now I took control again. I turned the autopilot off. So this is me steering left and right. See, the autopilot would do that. Yeah, I probably need to keep my eyes on the road as well and not just on chat the whole time. But I kind of notice when somebody sends a new message because I've got my phone open now with the live stream. So I can see the comments coming up immediately. I can respond. Lloyd, you need to get that PC built, mate. need to get back into some races, because I want to try some races again with the steering wheel and see if I can do some races without crashing, or if it's going to go horribly wrong every time. Oh, I should probably shift, because I've been like redlining the poor truck. Let's go into 5th gear and just cruise it, because I had my foot down there. I don't know how much money it'll cost for Motortown now. I think the price probably went up a bit since when I bought it. I think back then it was like, what, probably like $15 or something. I don't know how much it is now. But it's a great game, and there's constantly updates and stuff being worked on, stuff added to the game. Oh, we still got 2 miles to go to the gas station, and I think we might actually just fill up anyway, so that we don't run out of diesel, because that would be bad out here in the desert. So as I always say, better be safe than sorry as well. You can't take chances out here in the desert in this game. Alright, let's maybe gear down a bit so we can get some speed going. Alright, let's try and not redline the thing. So Big Nate says it's $19.99 US. Okay. Yeah, that's also not too bad. I mean, it's like almost what I've paid for my steering wheel. So even less than what I paid for my steering wheel. Because I don't know. Don't know what. 350 South African Rand. I think that's about $20. It's $19 or something. So it's probably more or less the same price then. So that would mean that the price actually went up quite a bit. But yeah, as I said, there's been a lot of updates and a lot of new stuff added since when I bought the game. Because back then when I bought the game, it was only the small little island up the top. And you didn't have many different semi-trailers. I think the container trailer and the box trailer. And there was the tanker trailer. That's all that there was. And now we've got dumpers and we've got logging trailers. Oh yeah, the logging trailer was also part of that game back in the day. But yeah, it was very limited. You only had one destination for logging. And now we've got ample destinations. And Big Nate says it's not a bad price for a game. Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, especially considering everything you can do in this game, it's definitely a lot of fun. It's maybe over revving a little bit. Right, well, live stream has been going on for an hour so far. I think it's going well so far. It's definitely been a little bit of a learning curve for me with the steering wheel, getting used to this thing. Now I've got this thing pedal to the metal, or yeah, on the floor, flat out. Yeah, the game would have very good reviews, Nate. You are perfectly right there. That game is, or this game is actually very popular among YouTubers as well now. And it's actually a great game for driving with a steering wheel. It's a lot of fun. I mean, I'm enjoying myself a lot here. Yeah, so the problem with this steering wheel I've noticed now, it's been sitting a while. So the people I bought it off, they sort of upgraded and they sort of put this one in a cupboard. And it was just laying there gathering dust. So I think the steering, what you call it, the steering sensitivity is a little bit wonky sometimes. But it's getting better the more I play with it now. So it's definitely clearing up. So there's probably some dust and stuff on the switch. I think that's what I wanted to say. It's like a, I don't know if you guys know how the steering wheels actually work. It's almost like a volume switch knob that you turn when you turn the steering wheel. Alright, let's quickly get this thing filled up. Handbrake up, engine off, fuel and fill up. There we go. So yeah, those things can get dust in and then they start, you know, not picking up as you are steering. So it's kind of getting worked out now, because yeah, it seems to be doing pretty well now. Alright, all filled up, so I don't know how much gas we actually took. It was 370 coins. Alright, well, back on the road. Let's hit it. Should we avoid the street lamp? Probably. Are we going to? Yes, okay, looks fine. Alright, I've got a go-kart championship race going on, but I'm not too fond of the go-kart in this game. It's not gonna be a very good race if I take part in that. Although with my steering wheel, I think it will probably be very fun, because it's also like kind of how a go-kart would steer. So Lloyd says, what wheel is it that you've got? It's a PXN V3, so it's a El Cheapo PXN V3 Pro. Sorry, don't forget the Pro. I said there's definitely a whole lot of announcements, but it looks like they are automated. Oh, there's that Lloyd person again saying hello. Is that one you, Lloyd? Is that you now? Are you online? Did you build your PC? Anxious to get back into the game? Big Nate says, cool. How much was it, if you don't mind asking? What, the steering wheel? Well, this one I bought secondhand, as I said. So it was 350 South African Rand, which, as I told Nate, I think it's about $20. That's what I paid for this one. But as I said, secondhand, definitely had a long life before I had it. But I mean, it still works, and I think it doesn't look too bad. And now we can't really see much because the sun is kind of in our eyes here, but yeah, there we go. You can sort of see the steering wheel jerk around a bit at some spots, but it's fine. Alright, so just catch up to the comments here. I've been having a quick little look around something here on my phone. So Lloyd, okay, Nate first of all was asking, can this game be played offline single player? Yes, it can. Then you'll have to do your own deliveries and stuff to feed your whole economy. That's the only downside of the game. If you play single player, you need to start from the bottom, work your way up. Now, certain things will be available straight off the bat, but certain things requires you to deliver stuff to different locations so that you can get the next thing to deliver. So it's kind of very economy based. Alright, so let me see what else did Lloyd said. He said no, not yet. I still got a few more components to put in. And then Big Nate asked Lloyd how much it was. Just trying to read this, Jack. Lloyd asked how much it was, not me. No big deal. Yeah, I think I did read it from Lloyd. Yeah, sorry. Sometimes I get a little bit cross-eyed with all these chats. I imagine if there were like 7,000 people viewing this and all of them commented together, I don't think I would have kept up with chat at all. Alright, gearing back a bit, there we go. Right, 4.1 miles to go. That's still a little bit of a distance, but we should get there eventually. So Lloyd says, yeah, 7,000 people trying to chat at once will be quite a mess. Absolutely. Well, I had a live stream on Monbazoo and I had like 80 viewers, and the chat was also kind of very hard to keep up with, but it was a lot of fun. Let's get down for this slight uphill. So yeah, 2.2 miles from our destination. That's basically as the bird flies, or as the crow flies, or whatever the term is. But our total travel distance is 3.6 miles. You can see that on the bottom left of the screen by the time, the in-game time. We are definitely getting there, guys. There's old semi-truck, slow semi-truck. Definitely hauling this big container trailer, and we still got to take this thing all the way back to where we came from. But I think that journey will hopefully be a little bit quicker, because then we're definitely going to be traveling a lot lighter. And Lloyd's asking, have you ever considered doing Motortown update coverage? I have, but yeah, just been way too busy with the other videos and content creation. I haven't really gotten to it yet. I might get up to some videos, but it's been usually covered by a lot of other players beforehand, so not always the, as they would say, the early bird catches the worm, I guess. So we'll see. I don't know yet. I might do a bit of Motortown update videos at some point. Especially now that we've got a steering wheel, at least the content should be a little bit better. Well, let's try and not do a trailer drift of this thing, but I think we are going slow enough. We are actually under the speed limit. Quite frankly, I don't think I'm going to reach the speed limit with this thing. $4,600 feet, 4,500 feet. Okay, we are closing in very fast now. Alright, look at that. We've reached the speed limit. Well, not too bad, eh? But I think we had a bit of downhill back there. Got two players incoming like bats out of hell, but there they go. And we've got another one coming up here. Just try and steer clear from them. "3,000 feet. Alright, we're coming up to our turn, so I'm going to start slowing it down. Just maybe slow it down a bit more. I'll probably take this turn in second gear, I guess. Like a true trucker. I've got to slow down on this bump here. Go back to first gear. Alright, get the trailer over the bumps. Or bump. Singular bump. Alright, now this is going to be the maneuver of a lifetime, guys. In first person view, trying to back this trailer up. Yeah, well. Let's see if we can do this. Actually good practice for farming sim as well. And it wants to start raining. Okay, it is raining. Right, so we need to back up into there. I guess let's try this, guys. I mean, this might be an epic fail, but you know what? Never know if you don't try. We kind of made a U-turn now, so the mirrors aren't really that great, are they? The problem is we can't really see what the heck we are doing. Okay, so we need to do that. It's just a bit of a problem because you can't really lean forward or anything as you are backing this thing up. Could have actually nosedived the thing to the box. I can't see what the heck I'm doing. How does real truck drivers do this? They probably hop in and out of the truck. Alright, let's do that. Let's hop out, put on the handbrake. Let's see how we're doing. Alright, so we need to head completely in the other direction from what we were going. Alright, and might want to put out the drone. Might have to put out the drone, bud. Gonna probably be the only way of doing this. But okay, so we need to aim for that first door. Alright, let's try this. I'm gonna try this. I'm sure we can do this. You can see it in the mirror there. It's kind of looking in the small mirror. I don't know why I was doing that. That actually gives us a wider view, but it doesn't give us a good view. Holy crap, I don't know what I'm doing. I can kind of make it out in the small mirror. I think we are against the freaking building here. Yeah, this is definitely gonna take a lot of practice. But I am determined. We are going to do this. Just steer the lorry in the right direction. Okay, so we want to push our tail that way. Okay, let's see. That looks like it's going in the right direction. Obviously, if another player comes and wants to offload, I'll have to go into third person and just complete this, because this is going to be ridiculous. I don't want to keep people from completing their deliveries here. Let's see how we're doing. Alright guys, I think yeah, that is terribly wrong. So much easier doing it like this. I mean, look at that. The chain delivery completed. Okay, so I had to use a third person camera there, but okay. We'll get there one day. Maybe if I get a bigger monitor, I can actually see a bit better what I'm doing. Then I'll give it a shot again. Oh, Lloyd is in trouble. The Lloyd in the server. So Lloyd asked, what graphics card do I have? Yeah, sorry, I kind of missed that comment. So my graphics card is a AMD Radeon RX 488 gigabytes. It's quite an old one. Also, Big Nate saying, trying to back a trailer in a game, nothing like real life besides how you turn your wheel. Yeah, probably, I guess. Right, stop street once again. Okay, let's be on the road. 8.6 miles to go. Hopefully this is going to go a little bit faster than our journey over here, because we are now much lighter than we was, or were. Just get the right tenses going here. Alright, now I'm going to put the pedal to the metal, guys. We're going to be driving the living crap out of this poor old truck of mine now. I might take it a bit easier on the gravel road, because that is definitely bad juju. You are going to go too fast there. Whoa, should probably not look at chat too much. Oh, I see chat is a bit quiet again. Guys must be enjoying the show. Right, yeah, now we're jamming. We're actually hitting a top speed in this truck. But even if I change the units to Imperial, it gives us a top speed in metric value. Oh crap. Oh crap, we've got our trailer spinning out, drifting out a bit. Look at that semi-truck trailer just sticking its rear end out. So Big Nate says, it seems the games you play on your channel, on the channel, your graphics cards does well. It doesn't do too bad. I would yeah, obviously I was reading chat back there, so I went off-road. I would definitely like to get an upgrade one day, but yeah, graphics cards aren't the cheapest things in life, you know, unfortunately. I would really like to get myself the 3060 12 gig. That would be a very good graphics card. But yeah, those are a little bit expensive. And there's also some newer ones out already, which are more or less, you know, the same price, but probably a little bit better. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, just depends on what happens further on the channel, and if the views start picking up again. It's been really quiet on my channel these last couple of weeks, but as I said, I think it's because of the YouTube algorithm not picking up that I'm uploading daily, so it's not promoting the content as much. But yeah, YouTube is it's a very hard platform to read sometimes. Big Nate says graphics card can be expensive, a 4070 Ti Super and a 4060. Yeah, those are also some of the ones I have considered. So, but yeah, they are a little bit more expensive than the 3060 12 gig. But yeah, I guess we'll see what is the verdict once I get to that point. But for now, the old RX 480 8 gig must just do what it does, you know, just keep going. If I'm not mistaken, I think this graphics card is from like 2015, so it's in essence 10 years old. But I think the first upgrade would probably be an upgrade kit. Motherboard, processor and RAM, because I'm running on a 4th gen i7, which is also quite ancient. But games like this, yeah, it's not a problem for this PC. And i7s are actually good processors. I mean, it runs GTA 5 absolutely smooth, no issues. So Big Nate says for 10 years old, it's doing great. Yeah, no, that's what I said. I think it's actually, it's an incredible graphics card for its, you know, for its age. And I think actually back in the day when it was new, it was one of the, I think one of the best ones in that time, well, for that time, that you could get, as well as the motherboard and processor that I've got. I think was some of the, well, one of the better ones, the best ones of the time. So when this PC was built, so I didn't build this one myself. This one actually was a hand-me-down from a friend. My previous one was actually a 6th gen i5, which was actually slower than this one. So for that reason, I actually downgraded, but I actually upgraded, you know, if you know what I mean. Just get our jailbreak back on. I actually started my YouTube channel with the i5, and I had a 1050 Ti 4GB graphics card. And I was putting out my garage content with that, but I was struggling with the frames per second in that game. It was terrible. Sometimes I would even have like 19 frames per second and still record videos. So if you guys ever have a look at my older my garage content, even the mic quality and all that was still terrible. And yeah, my content back in the day wasn't that great, but I think it's getting at least a bit easier for me to make content now, so it's a little bit more confidence into it. Alright, there we go guys, we are still making good progress. So we've got 13.8 miles to drive still. It's just still a little bit of a road trip, so we're gonna skip this gas station coming up, the one where we stopped when we came down here. I think we'll fill up at the one after that again. Doesn't feel like we are moving. Doesn't look like we are moving, but we are moving. Long desert road. It's also a little bit foggy at the moment from what I can see. Looks a bit hazy. Probably shift into the 6th gear eventually. Kind of still a bit of an uphill here, so we might stay in 5th. We'll see. There's a player named Papaya. 1700 feet from us. Just try and stay in our own lane once we get close to him. I don't know if he's heading towards us or if he's heading away from us. He's actually... looks like he's making a U-turn. Something. He's doing something. Looks like he's got a bit of trouble over there. Alright guys, also let me know what your PC hardware is. Because we've been talking about my PC hardware now, so what do you have, Big Nate? What PC specs do you have? Who else was chatting? It was Lloyd and there was Paul. I haven't heard from Paul in a while, but it looks like he's still watching because we still got those 7 viewers tuned in. Big Nate is asking, have you had a look at the Ford mod for my garage on the Discord? Ford Bronco mod, yes. I've got the Ford Bronco mod. I had a brief look at it, but it's still very early stages in my opinion, so he's still busy with updates to it and developing it. So I don't know if we should maybe have a look at it sometime on the series before the before the mods get broken by the update. But I'll still see, guys. I've still got to do the Toyota Supra. Have a look at that one as well. There's a Fox body mod. So definitely a whole lot of stuff to still have a look out for, you know. I'm kind of like driving all over the place now, but alright, here's the gravel again, or the dirt road. Kind of gravel is also like not really always dirt, you know. Alrighty, well, I'm definitely getting there. I said the semi truck that we bought, this Atlas, what is it, a 4x2, I think that's what it's called. It's actually not a bad little truck for starting up your trucking business or trucking jobs you would like to tackle. And it's one of the cheaper ones. The Gemusai semi is actually cheaper, but it's more like an off-road truck, and it's considered a medium duty semi truck. And this one is actually more, I think it's in between a medium and a heavy duty in its current spec. You can obviously upgrade the engines and put a turbocharger on it and sort out a bunch of other stuff on it. You can even install a better transmission, so probably go for the 13-speed transmission or the 18-speed if you really want to have a lot more gears to go through. And Big Nate says he's got an i7, what's it, a 1400K, so that's a 14th generation. And 4070 Ti Super, yeah man, that's a good PC, man. I would love to have such a good PC one day. Other PC is a Ryzen 500. Am I reading this right? It's a 5500 RTX 4060. Even that's a better PC than mine actually. RX 550, Ryzen 5 for 550. 5550, yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, I was thinking I'm gonna do a Ryzen 7 5700 processor, 32 gigs of RAM eventually. Maybe start off with 16 and just build it up from there. Yeah, Ryzen 5 5500. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, Actually, I had a look at the upgrade kit for that one as well, the R550, but I think it's for the price difference between the Ryzen 7 and the Ryzen 5, it's not really worth going for the 5. Well, in my opinion, typically. Because it's not a huge price difference for the upgrade kits. But I'll see. It'll all depend. Upgrade kits actually sometimes work out a bit cheaper. And you get a motherboard, CPU and the RAM. But it's usually a bit limited to what RAM you get and how much RAM you get. Alright, so I don't know if you guys can notice any difference with the handling of the truck now with the trailer empty, but it's definitely going a little bit faster than it was. I mean, it's almost all the way down here to the place where I dropped it off. I was having my foot on the ground and we didn't even get like 40 miles an hour up hills. Now at least we are kind of more or less getting to 40 up some of the less steeper hills. I actually spend a lot more time in 6th gear now. Oops. Didn't anticipate for this turn. Woohoo, this is gonna end bad. This is gonna end bad. Oh, crikey Moses. Okay. Alright. My first official spin out. And now we're gonna be able to get back on the road because now this is on the grass. Because I wanted to read the chat and then for a second I saw this turn coming up. I was like, whoops. Because I just saw a new chat message. Hey, we've got Delboy Games in the house. Delboy, it's your fault. I nearly crashed. Welcome to stream, bud. The L-Boy is also having some PC issues. So Nate says, even on my lower spec PC, I can play really any game. Sometimes I have to adjust graphics. Settings. Yeah. Sorry, my scrolling on my phone is not the best while I'm driving with this old steering wheel. At least I didn't completely wreck the truck. You're right, Big Nate. At least I didn't completely wreck it, but it was bad enough. It was one of those embarrassing moments where you think you're gonna control it, but also the road was still wet back there. I think so. We definitely didn't have the best traction around that turn either. This game is sometimes, it's got a lag spike here at a certain point. I think we just went past it there. Whee! Going around the turn. So much smoother playing with a steering wheel. If I had to drive with the keyboard, it would have been a whole other story. And Big Nate says, weather changes quickly in this game. Yeah, it does. And they can actually adjust it so that the rain is less frequent when they set up the server, because the server actually decides how fast the time moves and also how frequently it rains. You can even turn the rain off completely. But what fun would that be? Alright, let's get our high beams on because it's getting dark again, so that you guys can see a bit better. Alright, we've got another comment from Big Nate. He says, driving with a keyboard is nothing easy. Well, to be honest, if you've been playing driving games on a keyboard for as long as I have, you actually get quite good at it. I mean, if you go and have a look at some of the old Motortown racing videos that I posted about, what, a month or two ago, that was all done with a keyboard, mate. I didn't have a steering wheel back then, so I was racing with the keyboard, and I managed to get second place in some races. That was definitely challenging, doing it with a keyboard, but it was a lot of fun as well. Alright, we've got a big turn coming up. We probably need to slow down quite a lot here. Yeah, just for all the viewers who tuned in now, we've got a manual transmission. So I'm shifting myself. I'm not having the game do it for me, so that is the clicking sound that the microphone is picking up, in case you guys were wondering. So Delboy says, I'm getting new card. Going to go with the RX 7060 XT card this time. It's a 16GB of VRAM. Okay, that's awesome, mate. Can you ship me your old one, please? As a donation. I'm just kidding. But yeah, it would be nice. I wouldn't say no. So yeah. Big says, I was a console gamer most of my life, so keyboard driving isn't easiest for me. Yeah, I can imagine that. I actually also had a couple of consoles myself, believe it or not. But I've never really ever had a steering wheel that was worth mentioning. So consoles were just the base game controllers, or the base console controllers that I would use to drive with. But even those are, yeah, a little bit tricky sometimes. So I do have got a controller for the PC as well, but I can't drive with a controller. It just doesn't work out for me. I've tried it and I have failed miserably each time. Yeah, so Nathan says that'll be a nice graphics card. Yeah, absolutely. And Dalboy says, lol, I wish I could, but got plans for it. It's going in another PC. I see, mate. Yeah, nah. Are you building a PC for Bevicans? Is Bevy getting a PC? Or is it for your daughter? I think it'll be great if you could get your daughter into gaming. Alright guys, I think we should probably stop for gas here. Not gas, diesel. I don't know, is gasoline... Gasoline is probably considered gas for a gas engine. So, yeah, fuel. Just call it fuel. But it says gasoline, so I don't know. We'll probably get diesel here as well. Who am I getting? Of course we get diesel here. There we go, let's just stop over here. Turn the engine off, right quick like that, handbrake on, and pull it up. Big Nate says, I just subscribed to you. Delboy, you've got a new subscriber, bud. Oh, this week. Sorry, I missed that part of the message. So yeah, Delboy's got a new subscriber, Big Nate. Yeah, for anybody else viewing this live stream, go and check out Delboy Games. He's got a brand new YouTube channel which only started like a couple of months ago. Yeah, definitely go and check him out then. I don't know if he wanted that shout out, but okay, he's got that shout out now. It's out there now, bud, so sorry if you didn't want it. But here we go, we're gonna blast through the stop sign. Got a full tank of diesel. Oh, that's a big comment, Delboy. I'm gonna take a second to read this, so you know what, let's go into autopilot. That was autopilot being engaging. So Delboy says no building it for all of us, so one for the living room and one purely for content creating. I'm also going to get a Ryzen 9 5900 XT as well, so the Ryzen 7 will be going in that as well. Nice. And Dalboy says thanks, Nathan. Yeah, Nathan is actually in our Gamers Edge Discord as Big Nate, in case you were wondering, Dalboy. Yeah, Nate is just telling Dalboy you are welcome. So yes, now the comments have been caught up, so I can go out of autopilot. Alright, so I've turned off autopilot. This is me driving again like a absolute maniac. So let's get this thing over to the overseas imports. Still got a little bit of distance to go, 3.1 miles. And Dalboy says, haha, okay. Okay. Well, that sounds good, but that living room piece is going to be an absolute beast for the living room. But yeah, maybe you can get Bevikins into playing a little bit more PC games. Get her a Steam account, get a farming simulator. You can still hook up the Xbox controller to it. How are you finding Motortown with the wheel and pedal set? Delboy, I must say it's definitely a big change, something to get used to. I've been playing on keyboard for so long that it's actually quite a bit of an, adaptation or something to adapt to. Don't really know how to describe it. Something to get used to. Yeah, Nathan just confirming another channel that Delboy may have or may not have had. Not going to disclose it if he doesn't want to mention it himself. Well, we are hitting the top speed of this thing, but we're about to overheat the engine, so I'm going to back it up a little bit. Alright, let's just keep it in the green. We should be safe in the green. Ah, there's a guy's name is Wheat. Yo, brother Wheat, what's up, man? Not running to the barrier there. I did that a couple of times with the little car trailer earlier. It's getting too close to the barrier. But it's almost as if the semi-truck is easier to handle for me now than the truck and trailer was. Or the pickup truck and trailer. And that voice says, yeah, she has Steam account, and I'm reading the chat and not on autopilot. Sorry about that, guys. Already, yeah, she's got a Steam account already. And Nate, yes, I did, but not mentioning the name due to that Google account getting hacked. Yes, better to never speak of that again. We shall keep it on the down low. People have weird names. Blunt object. I wonder if it's a butter knife. That would be an interesting name. Butter knife. Butter knife gaming. Let's spread the word. Butter knife gaming. Me coming up with dad jokes here. It's probably not the best idea. Well, it is almost midnight for me, so yes, the tiredness is getting to me. But okay, coming off the highway, off the big bridge. Slow it down. A new round of Where in the World has just dropped out. Check out on Discord. Okay, there's something happening in game. Why did I lock my cell phone? Because now I can't see chat. And Big Nate says, okay, I thought you did. I know the name. Okay, yeah, well. Awesome, bud. I'm glad you can remember. Yeah, so once Delboy's PC is fixed up and Lloyd's PC is put together, and also Big Nate decided to buy himself this game, we can have ourselves a big convoy on a live stream. I think it'll be fun to do it again, because we haven't done it in eons or ages or in forever. So many ways of describing it, and we are cutting corners like a true American trucker, I guess. Yeah, it's definitely a bit of an adaptation, you know, driving a big old semi in first person. But alright, we need to drop this container off right over here. Let's slow it down. Right. And another 36k in the bank. Alright guys. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and despawn this trailer. I think I'm done with the semi-truck for now. I'm getting a little bit tired of driving this thing. I'm just going to go cruising with the little Tuscan that I've got. Yeah, this is once again a new character. This is my first person character. I'm going to catch up to chat as well now, because I've been focusing on this. Okay, let's... I want to despawn the trailer. Why can't I despawn the trailer? What's happening with this thing? Oh, the trailer is despawned. Okay. Alright, let's quickly catch up to chat while we are standing here in a parking spot. So, where were we? Alright, so... Big Nate said yes, he knows the name. You had some how-to videos on my garage that helped me at the time. Oh, you all know the name. You will know the name Nate, as it was the same name I used in the Gamer's Edge. Yeah, I did. I need to make some more of those how-to videos. Yeah, I've been starting to make some... what's it called now? What did I call it? Tutorials. Yeah, tutorials. Not how-tos, tutorials. But yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. Alright, so this is our Tuscan, or Tucson, or Tascan. I don't know how it's pronounced, but okay. This is the little muscle car. We can't do a burnout. Doesn't have enough power. Yeah, this thing has got a lot of body roll. It's a very typical 70s American muscle. It's almost like a Chevy Nova or a Chevelle. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I wasn't born in the 70s, and I sure as heck weren't born in America, so I don't know what exactly this is, but it's a muscle car, nonetheless. We're just giving it a little bit of a test drive, and I'm driving sort of, kind of recklessly. You can actually go and join the people on the... that's the handbrake. We are in third gear. Big Nate says, I was looking for your video on how to transfer vehicles between garages to sync to other players not too long ago. Still not sure how to do that. Big Nate, go and search up Hurst Quasar, my garage tips and tricks. He shows it in that video as well. But yes, Delboy says, oh, I was in the main MG server last night. MB driver has confirmed if Fedez don't implement anything for the mods, he will add it into the game himself. Oh, so mod support is coming to the game then again. Once again. Right, so here we are at the racetrack. So I think... let's see what's going on here. So people are kind of doing their laps around here. Just wait for this guy to pass and then we'll fall in. Okay, he's driving the little thing here, and it looks like somebody else is driving a dump truck. Okay, but that's not... no, that's not on a track. So there's one guy driving on the track here. Let's maybe thrash this little Tuscan a bit around here. Let me just fix my camera. And we went off track because I was changing the camera and watching. So the first lap isn't going to count, but yeah, this muscle car doesn't want to go around the turns, and it's got too little power to drift. Lap time ignored because we went off track. I actually still wanted to try BeamNG drive with the steering wheel. I haven't even gotten to that yet since I sorted out the little bit of a steering issue that I had when I first plugged this thing in. It was definitely not working as it was supposed to. Catch up the chat. I just want to see if I can get a freaking lap finished, and now it starts raining. Just my luck. "49 seconds. That's not too bad. The stock standard Tuscan, or Tuscan, or Tuscan, this thing, Chevelle, Nova, whatever you like to call it. Oh, that didn't go too well. Right, we didn't really improve our time because I had a bit of a... that's off track. Yep, that's off track. Definitely not doing so well. Right, there goes that guy with the inline 4 Datsun 240 ZX. I think it's a 240 ZX. Nissan Fair Lady. There's a guy with a Lancia Delta on the track as well. So yeah, Delboy said, well, it's not for the players update, it's for the not players update. Thank you, I will try to find that video, no problem, but how's it going today, Funkle and chat? Oh, that's Mr. Hellraiser. Welcome to the live stream, bud. You are kind of, yeah, coming at a bad time because I was almost about to end the live stream because I was just testing out the steering wheel a bit, but it's been fun. Almost 2 hours now. So yeah, Delboy Games just welcoming Hellraiser as well, and also Nathan welcomed Hellraiser, guys. So yeah, guys, I think that is probably going to be the end of this live stream. I really enjoyed it quite a lot, testing out this PXN V3 steering wheel of mine, and Motortown is definitely a good game. So Big Nate, definitely grab it for yourself. I will definitely recommend it. And yeah, Hellraiser says he was watching the new My Garage video and saw I was live. Thought I'd stop in and say hi. Well, thank you so much, but I appreciate that very much. So yes, Mr. Delboy, I don't know if Lloyd is still here. If you are, Lloyd, thanks for also tuning in. And also Mr. Paul, who was also in the chat and also donated a £5 super chat. That was pretty awesome of you. Thanks a lot for that. Mr. Delboy, also always great hearing from you, but I really appreciate it. And yeah, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in for this live stream. It's been real, as they would say. All right. Until then, cheerio, guys. I'll see you all again.
Funko 88's the name I shout. Streaming live without a doubt. Clicks and clacks, the game unfolds. Watch the magic here in gold. Everybody join the stream. Live the legend, chase the dream. From pixel blocks to player games. Funko 88 breaks the chains. Checks on fire, can't slow down. Crushing records, digital crown. Laughs and thrills every turn. See the leaderboard we burn. Power ups, light screens ablaze. Funky beats in endless space. Funko's moves set the pace. In this neon cyberspace, everybody join the stream. Live the legend, chase the dream. From pixel blocks to player games. Funko 88 breaks the chains. Tracks on fire, can't slow down. Crushing records, digital crown. Laughs and thrills every turn. See the leaderboard we burn. Power ups, light screens ablaze. Funky beats in endless space. Funko's moves set the pace. In this neon cyberspace, everybody join the stream. Live the legend, chase the dream. From pixel blocks to player games. Funko 88 breaks the chains. Midnight madness, clouds unite. Full of views and pure delight. Virtual world, ours to bend. Funko 88, my friend. Midnight madness, crowds unite. Full of views and pure delight. Virtual world, ours to bend. Funko 88, my friend. Midnight Maddie, join the stream.